escape for you, my friend. You have been most resourceful up until now, but my creation is free, reborn in the fierceness of life itself. Now it's time to play your part.
Oh, it is such a beautiful day over here. There's this park down the street that I'm at now, and it's a good change of scenery to record a video here. I wanted to try it out. And you got quite a few people out today on this Saturday evening. There are 2 dog parks. I'll turn the camera over and get some shots of that for you to see. And there's a huge field here with various seating options and people out with their dogs and playing with RC cars and flying miniature planes, remote control planes around, and having their dogs chase after them. Whenever you can, always make time for yourself to step out, sit somewhere alone. Now, you've heard this before, many people on YouTube and talking about being alone. Having the ability to be alone. Being comfortable within yourself. Not having to hide by blending in with a crowd of people, or having to be part of a clique to feel importance, to feel a sense of belonging or importance. Now, lately I've found myself wanting to spend time alone, being alone. It's good for your health, for your mental well-being, taking a break from people. From time to time, yes, socialize. Don't be an introvert. I believe being an introvert is very bad. And I definitely never want to become or display traits of an introvert. I've come across introverts. I want to be nothing like that. But you need to be focused in the moment with yourself. And it's not always easy to do so when you have so much going on around you. When you're at an event where you feel you have to put on a certain impression for people, and you're wondering, oh, who likes me, who doesn't? Now, we know that getting sunlight, sitting out under the sun, provides a source of vitamin D, and that's important for us. There's a Circle K right across the street over here. Whenever I come sit here, I go stop there and grab drinks or some smokes, and then come here and relax. Just observe people, watch the animals. Now, I started talking about this in the last video, but I want to, while I'm still here, I just finished recording the last video, and while I'm still here, I want to dive deeper into the subject of forming connections. We all, many of us want and need to have connections. We need to meet people. But problem is, a lot of us are too fucking shy to do so. Sometimes I get shy. Just walking up to strangers or a stranger and trying to form a connection. But when you see people out and people are on their phones, that is how people hide out of cowardice. Because being on your phone or on your mobile device, if you're sitting out in public with people around you, it shows that you are not secure within yourself. It shows that you're insecure and you want to look busy. I observe this with people quite often. And typically, if you found yourself in this position where you're out somewhere alone, you don't have anyone accompanying you, and you don't want to feel like a loner, you don't want to be judged and be perceived as a loner, you take out your phone, you're not really being productive on your phone. You're most likely just scrolling through your Instagram feeds and paying attention to others. There's a cafe that I go to from time to time in the area. Whenever I'm bored and I'm alone and I want to entertain myself, I'll go over there, I'll sit over there. And I'll bring, say, my laptop. I'll try to be productive on my laptop while I'm sitting there. But I don't like having my headphones on, because that can get in the way of an opportunity for me to converse with somebody. When you're out and you see people with headphones on, that's also a sign that shows, okay, the person, you give off a message that you don't want to be approached, you don't want to be spoken with, you want to be left alone. That's why I try to avoid doing that, because I don't want to be somebody where if you're standing over there and you're looking at me, you're maybe thinking, oh, well, that person's unapproachable, he doesn't seem very kind, I'm not gonna try connecting with him. Now, say in certain instances where, depending on the setting that you're in, if you're at a gym, you see a lot of people with headphones on. I wear my headphones while I'm working out to entertain myself. I'll listen to YouTube videos in the background or some audio tracks. And I don't really need that to be able to focus when it comes to lifting. But you see a lot of people at where you work out that don't seem to want to be approached. Like the gym for me, where I work out, it's not really a place where I go with the intention of socializing. I go there to get my work done for my benefit. And sure, there are a lot of distractions there where you're going to be tempted from time to time to talk with someone in that sort of a setting. Now, I understand if sometimes where people need to focus, people don't want to be distracted, then it's okay to be on your phone if you're being productive on your phone, not wasting your time on, say, social media or on your mobile device. If you're having a conversation with someone, you got your headphones in. When I see people at this cafe, other people that are trying to be productive, I don't want to bother them, so I won't walk up or sit next to someone and try talking to the person. But always find a balance in every aspect in life. Make time to put yourself out there to socialize, but be alone from time to time. Don't be afraid or ashamed to be seen alone out somewhere in public or at an event. You have to be able to be on your own, because what happens when you're so used to relying on others? You got a friend or a group of friends, and I've been through this. I'm speaking from experience, and it's just a natural part of life, another aspect of life that we all go through from time to time. You get so used to seeing someone that you're close to. If one day you've seen someone for 5 days in a row, on the 6th day the person is unavailable for some reason. The person is busy, has a valid reason not to hang out, or maybe doesn't want to hang out, has other plans elsewhere with someone else, some other people. You're going to feel the effects. You're going to be so used to that person, it's going to affect you negatively. And whenever this happens, you're going to start to question the relationship you have with that person. You're going to start to be in your head and wonder, does this person have a problem with me? Is this person distancing his or herself from me? And that's what happens when you see someone too frequently. The person sort of needs a break from you. And this isn't about a game of ego where you're trying to compete against others to see who has the bigger ego. But you are giving that person leverage when you're always the one reaching out, chasing, pursuing a relationship of any sort. I got a friend now. We're still friends, but the validity of our relationship is questionable to me because we've had some issues in the past, more recently so, where this person showed his true colors, what he's capable of. The person tried playing games with me, and I've lost trust in that person. But the person reached out to me, was willing to work on our friendship, and we still hang out from time to time. But that person got upset with me and didn't want to talk to me for a few months. So the summer went by. We had not seen each other. And he finally reaches out. I was at my gym working out one evening back in August. He calls me. I didn't answer right away. But I had deleted his number. And I saw, because I have caller ID on my cell, I could see his name, and I saw, oh, okay. I wonder what he's calling about. Maybe he had a change of heart. I texted him, asking him if he was fine, if he intentionally meant to call me. And he responded, he texted back, yes, I'm just checking on how you're doing. And then I had called him when I got home after my workout. And we had a conversation, and now we're hanging out again. But since then, I've been reaching out to him more than he has. And he knows that he's got that leverage, that upper hand. Because I'm now putting in more effort into the relationship than he is. So the friendship isn't very stable. And because of ego, he's taken advantage of that, and he's always on his phone. He's hooked on social media. He's always scrolling through his Instagram feed, checking out chicks and whatnot. And I know he's got his phone on him, but I call him and he pretty much doesn't answer my calls when he doesn't want to, when he doesn't feel like talking to me. He'll call me from time to time if he feels a need to, but he typically texts. But then if I'm trying to get a hold of him, I call, he doesn't answer. I typically don't leave him voicemails, and neither does he. But if I text him right after, then shortly after he responds with a text only. That's a real world example of what I'm trying to say here. It's always good to have detachment from certain outcomes, from certain people. And when you can train yourself to do that, you're not going to suffer when somebody distances his or herself from you. That's really it. That's the point. I'm just putting it out there. Just some thoughts I want to share.